Hokas. Just got them. It's my REI gaiters that we're going to put on them for our PCT trip. This new Hoka's pretty light. They're 11s. They got kind of a newer type of clip there that locks in this lower part. So once you tighten that lower part up, that'll lock in there, and then you tighten the upper. This is what the treads look like before our trip. Let's see what they look like after the trip. These to keep the rocks out, because that gap right there is going to catch stuff. So hopefully my REI inexpensive gaiters hold up. I don't have a thing in the back to hold them down, but they seem to be tight enough. They say they're waterproof too, but they're just a light gaiter. And these Hokas don't have a good arch slot to put the gaiter line through. I found that one, or there's that one or that one. But since the arch has been filled in with all this cushioning, typically there'd be a gap right in there in the boot. A normal boot that I've worn, that these gaiters would fit that line in. So they come with an extra string. I can see that wearing out and needing to get one from Lava Rocks. But yeah, I'm excited. They feel really good on my feet. Got them a tad bit bigger. This left foot is the bigger of my feet. And got enough room in the toe so I don't get a nasty toenail. All right, I'd like to do my review of my Hoka Kaha 2 GTX hiking boot. They make a low top hiking shoe, but I prefer the support of a high top because I have weak ankles. Seems like when I go hiking with a low top running shoe, I tend to get slight sprains, and that's no fun when you're out hiking. So this is a good choice if you need support for your ankles. There are other makes that make a high top really good hiking boot, but the Hokas are starting to get into making this hiking model here. The Hoka is known for their sole, and as you can see, this sucker is made for comfort when you're out there. I paid $240, and I think that's about what it goes for. You can probably find them around $200 on the internet. They're super lightweight is another thing I like about them. The materials that they make them out of. I think they weigh about just under 17 ounces. They're waterproof Gore-Tex. So if you don't like Gore-Tex, I know some people don't like that, like a more breathable boot, but these were pretty waterproof. I will say by the end of the trip, they weren't as waterproof up here around this area as they were when we started. One thing that Hoka has on these boots is this, what they call a swallowtail here, for better comfort, and when you're, out on different terrain. And you can see this Vibram, what they call Vibram grip on the bottom. It's I guess proprietary stuff that they have. It's pretty, grips pretty well. It's not real big, it's not thick and doesn't stand out, but pretty durable. We did our PCT trip and there was a lot of lava rock, and on this shoe, that is about the worst damage right there that happened to it. This leather, kind of leather, I guess they call nubuck leather. It's fake leather, but it's nice looking. Feels good. That's my gator. Gator wore out because, just like I thought, there's not really good slot to put the string through. Kind of have to put it through in that area, and it wears out real quick. So I guess, get to the point, the good, the bad, and the ugly of it all. Overall, really good shoe, really good boot. Held up real well. The comfort of it, if you're really, looking for comfort in a boot, I would recommend the Hoka. It didn't wind up being as waterproof as I thought it should be. I did do some shorter hikes with it, but where we were out on the PCT and had to go through a lot of snow, there was a lot of snow this year, that it finally, gave up the ghost on the waterproof part of it. But as far as ugly, I would say one part, I was in like 3 days, and this metal hook here on the inside wore on my ankle bone, and only on this left foot, which I don't know why it did it 3 days in on this particular trip. I took shorter trips, but I don't know why it did it. But I had to, the rest of the trip, which was just 2 more days, we we're doing 10, 12 mile days, and I didn't tie the top part of this boot because it would hurt my ankle to tighten it up with the laces going through here and then tighten them up. But I don't know if that would happen to everybody because of where my ankle bone just happened to sit against there, and on the inside of it, right about in here is where that was rubbing on my ankle and giving me problems. But until that point, these were working very well on all kinds of terrain. We had a lot of gravel, mostly, and then we were under some fir trees where it's just a lot of pine needle dirt, sandy dirt, and a couple spots that weren't very long. We were up skipping across some bigger rock, but I really like them. I'm giving them the thumbs up on the Hoka Kaha too. And if you are looking for a comfortable boot, I think, and a waterproof Gore-Tex boot, because, this model is Gore-Tex, I recommend you getting one of these, because I think the other boots you're looking at, about the same price range, aren't going to have this comfort of this sole to them that the Kaha has, and a lot of the Hoka brands have. That's kind of what they're known for, is having that sole. And I am going to wear these again this next summer, but I'm going to definitely do something with this pad over here to protect that. And if it happens again, I'll maybe update my review to this and see if I might need to try something different if it persists. But I am going to try these again. We're doing section hikes, and this next summer we're going to be out there again. So maybe we'll see you out there. Kaha too.